Hi everybody! Do you know it's 3 o'clock? I started to do this video this morning, but my camera didn't work. And so I've been outside helping Jack build a gazebo in where my garden used to be. And he is an amazing guy. He's Superman. I'm telling you, he's almost built that gazebo by himself. And he had me so scared because it said you need 4 people to put the roof up, right? Because there's this great big piece and then it has big Sputnik pieces coming off going to 4 corners. And it's 10 by 12 or, yeah, I think it's 10 by 12. So he's standing on this yellow thing we got up high. And he's holding this thing way up higher than how tall the gazebo is. And he's like, ee! And he's saying, quick, get the corners. I have to get the big ladder and I have to put the corners in the right place. And oh my goodness, we did it. We did it, but he's amazing. He's almost single-handedly built that. And it was pouring rain and we just come in because I've been waiting for the battery for the camera to charge and it took all day. And it was pouring, so we came in, we both had a banana, and he's out there, I can see him. And the rain went away, now he's out there. He's just, we got 1 more day's work. But anyway, we're doing orchids, and I'm going to show you what I've done. Now, we had to drink a lot of wine because the other medium is cork. But no, Jack ordered these because I couldn't, for the life of me, drink enough wine with corks, because probably cork wine's more expensive. But anyway, they're natural cork. Natural cork, and they're just solid cork. They're not other stuff. Nothing to hurt plants. Some types of orchids really love to be growing in these. So, I had way too wet circumstances. And I haven't watered them since the last video. And I've done 2. I'm going to show you what I've done. I'll show you then how I'm doing it. So I did 2 while I was waiting for my camera. I've got this one. So as you can see, there's cork. I have large lava rock, very well washed in the bottom. The lava rock is to add humidity. If there's a bit of water left in the bottom, it will hold a little, it will create humidity. But the cork is so big, it's allowing air space between the roots so that it dries. And I still have the small bark because the orchids are used to the fir bark, and I still want it in there because of all the natural things that come off of it for organic growing in fir bark. So I did do 2 while I was waiting for the camera. I did this one and I did this one. So I'm going to show you how I went about and did it. So I have them all lined up ready to go. So let's do this one. And oh, everybody had such good ideas and totally right. Now this is a bigger vase and the holes are up high, but it mostly was staying too wet in the bottom. The other orchids happier, it's a smaller vase. These are bigger vases, which I'm not changing, but I'm adding more space. So let's, I haven't watered them. I never watered them when I put them back in here. And what I did do was the other ones, because they were a bit dirty. I just gave it a kind of quick wash. So my sink's handy, and I'll just give it a quick wash because I thought, well, I didn't want to put them back in. I didn't want to put them back in a dirty one. So the cork will last, oh, some people say many years, like 5 years, 10 years. If you break them up, now some people do break them up. I'm not, I'm leaving mine full. Because my idea is just to get airspace. And as you know, I tried fir cones, but fir cones just held more moisture. I was surprised. I thought they were kind of prickly, dry things, and I thought they would create airspace, but they just held more moisture, and I could wring water out of them. So then I have large lava rock. Now, years ago, I made a fountain out in the summer patio, and I use them because they hold moisture. I sometimes put them in the saucers in a hot summer, and the saucers have water, and these help hold moisture, and it comes off. So what I want in the bottom is something to create humidity. I want humidity still in there because of our dry summers. I want humidity, but I don't want things so humid that they're staying wet. So I have still lots of these, so I'm using them. And the rest, other than the little bit of bark I'm putting back, will probably go in the compost. So I have big lava rocks, and they were just sold in the barbecue section. They're kind of reddish, but they took a lot of washing with the hose to get clean. A lot. They're clean now, nothing comes off of them. And then, after that, because the holes are even with the top of the lava rock, I take some corks. You know, Jack, we talk over everything, so he's like, what are you going to use? What are you going to use? And everything, and then I thought, oh, we'll go to the woods and we'll get bark. But you know, a lot of people said, you're going to get bugs, and then I remembered, yeah. You see, you guys helped me a lot. So I remembered, no, maybe I don't want to go get bark and get bugs. So this is what I decided. So now I have lava rock, and then I have cork. So then I'm going to just rinse the roots. We did check them and they were fine, and they're still fine. And this one is actually getting a few nice green roots here and here. So, you know, they're trying even down here. That's why I still want humidity there. This is the one from the plastic bottle experiment. So this way, this one will sit like this. I'm going to put a little bit of bark, and I'm using bark that it's used to, that it had. So I'll put a big handful there. I don't want any pine cones. There is some pine cones here. I'm not putting any for, you know, I am sure this will work. I'm so sure. I like them so much that, you know, my other orchids are doing fine in the traffic cones, and they're doing fine. And I think these will too. They just need a little help with aeration. So you can get reused cork from wine bottles cheap on Amazon. And Jack did the order, and he ordered 150 came in this bag. And I forget what he paid, but he thinks it was around $20. And they're not the reused ones, but they are all natural corks. So there's all kinds available online because lots of people do hobbies with them. And as you know, people mount their orchids on cork. So there, I've put some all around. And I'm going to shake, and then I'm going to put some more bark in. I do not want these cones again. Boy, I was lucky my camera finally worked. Yeah. We are having so much fun, and we're going to be showing you it after he's out there working. I'll be able to show you out the window what's going on, or maybe just peek outside. He's amazing. He just surprises me. He's running around over there. I thought he was going to fall right off the scaffolding and break something. Oh my goodness, what a guy. I'm only using the lava rock on the bottom where there's going to be maybe a little water left, for especially in the summer if it's dry and hot. And at the top, I'm just putting straight bark, because it was drying quite nicely. The roots on the top are quite happy. So on the top I'm putting straight bark. And I think this is going to be really good. So the pine cones, they had the opposite effect. Fir cones, they had the opposite effect. So there, and I'm going to just pull them up a bit. Boop, boop, boop. Now just shake it down. Poor guys, they've been through a lot. There, see? Now, yep, there's another one done. That's 3. I think they're going to be happy, because that's the only problem. The traffic cones I have, they dry because the top part of the traffic cones is just like a big pot, but with lots of holes and no bottom. There's some screen there, but the whole bottom, the water runs out. And that's what you want. You want the water leaving. And the only time I have trouble is when the water is not traveling through and leaving. So I think we're going to be good. And it's good that I'm doing experimenting so that you guys can learn. But the one that's going perfect, and I will show you quickly after, it's been raining. We've had rain for 2 days on and off, and when it's off, we've been out working. And when it's on, we run in. Okay, so this one I left kind of like this, the poor thing, because I didn't have enough to finish it when I did that last video. So it's dry. See, just because of the air was getting through, and it was sitting there with lots of air. So I'm just going to give it some water. I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to be doing this video after dinner, but then I went and looked and it was ready, so I'll be making a rush dinner tonight, I can see that. Okay, so these roots are all good, and some people say, how come they're not green? Well, the ones that have been getting light lately, they're green. But this was in a pot where it never got light, so the roots are quite healthy. They don't have to be green, but when they're getting light, they will be green. So let's dump that out, and I'll do a quick wash. Yeah. You know, I like a lot of this just as something else from my other flower pots. And I like this idea, and I love the one that's going right. So this is what I'm thinking was the answer. So now we need lava rock in the bottom. I brought them all in. And I wasn't sure if I'll have enough cork, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. And they last years and years, so there I save on bark because they're getting really cheap with calling some of this stuff medium-sized bark when most of it is like this. You know, that's not right. But anyway, you know, I have a really good recipe. I've been gluten-free since, just a minute, I gotta tickling nose. I've been gluten-free since 1996. I'm not telling you the big story again. I did tell it years ago. But anyway, and I don't cheat because I know how good it's been for me. And I have this beautiful bun recipe. It took me years. This is not any other's recipe. It's homemade from me. I had a bread recipe. It's way better than my bread recipe. It is so light and tender and nutritious. I'm thinking of doing a video and showing you guys my recipe for those that want to try it. And if you've ever had irritable bowel syndrome, it's excellent for it. And it's good. It's all gluten-free. There is dairy in it, but anyway, if anyone's interested, I will send the recipe. And if more people were interested, I would do a video of me baking them. But after eating every kind of gluten-free thing around, Jack had one. I made some with raisins and cinnamon and ginger. And at coffee time this morning, we had one with a cup of coffee. You can't tell. It's so tender. It's like tenderness of a bran muffin. Anyway, that's a thought. I've been thinking, oh, I could do a video and do that. So, I think we'll leave this much a large lava rock. And then we'll put I might have to order some more cork. I've got the dendrobiums in one pot. And I got a little one. Yes. Maybe I got a few of our own here I might use. There, see? And then I don't want these cones going in. There. Trying to find some more bark, just a little bit. Some of this stuff is not good. Just for in here, because you have a lot of organisms and things in the fir bark. I'm just picking out these cones because they're soaking. They're holding more water than anything. I really didn't think that would happen. Okay, let's throw them out of there so that when I grab some bark, there. Okay, maybe a few more corks. And then, this is one of the twins. One's in a porcelain pot, and I put the one like this because they're both the same kind. They were growing together in the same pot. Now I'm going to add a little bit of bark in here. And now I'm getting near the surface, so I am going to put a couple more corks in there. I left them whole just so that it would help with air. And I want them happy for the summer that's coming. There, now I can put bark. But I'm just trying to pick out those fir cones. I don't want them in there. Okay. I'm going to, Jack, I'm going. It says it takes 4 people to put this roof up. I'm going to get one of the neighbors. No, we can do this. I know if you guys got a husband like that, but he's very independent. Like, he's... I was so worried. But anyway, he is amazing. And he's been happy as little, just working away out there. Oh, goodness. We're going to have go out there, and then in the heat of the summer, we'll get lots of breeze. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Okay, so in the top, it doesn't matter so much if that's where they're bark, because of course it's all open and it dries quicker. So there we are. We have another one done. So in time, we'll see. You don't know. Oh, here he comes. You don't know. It's an experiment, but I think this is the answer. Now I have this many left. I got 4 done. Now, so will Vivian. She won't take too many, and she has a little spike, and I keep bothering her. And she's got 2 of those funny bees with those bites that my big lip had. But she's healthy. But she never had many roots when I put her in here. So, we're going to wash this because this one is dirty. And that's from staying too wet. It was raining so hard, we came running in, but it stopped, and so Auntie went back out there to work. There, that's better. So then, lava rock in the bottom. Now this one, it doesn't have long roots, and of course it's a smaller orchid. It doesn't really need a lot of big space, but it needs more than it was getting. So if I have more lava rock in the bottom, it wouldn't hurt too much yet as it grows. And I actually have some big, small little black lava rock in here with bark, so I'm going to keep using that. So we're going to put some of that in. This is just a mixture of that because it's not as big a rooted orchid. And so because it won't get any water till watering day. And it does have a little spike in there, if you can see it. So in you go. I'm sorry I'm always bothering you, but better to do it. There. There. So this is actually a mixture of bark and small lava rock. It's mostly at the top there. It was just helping really with its little roots. It never did have a lot of roots that went down, this particular little one. So we just give it a wiggle because I don't want it. There you go. Poor little thing, it's trying to spike, and I keep doing that. So I think this one is good. That one can go there. And I have the big lip fell, and I think she's next because the dendrobium, they can take a little bit more moisture. I have the dendrobium in this one, and it's wet too, but I think I have enough to do both. So, poor big lip fell. Out she comes again. She did dry a lot more this time, but she has lots of roots, and none of them they're all healthy roots, but I noticed a funny smell. It was staying way too wet in the bottom. I'm just going to dump that into my bucket here. I got a bucket. and rinse this out. Oh, yeah, that wasn't good. Okay. There's so much happening, and I'm going to be back with you probably pretty soon. Pretty soon. There, I got lots of this I use. Okay. Now this one has lots of roots, that's for sure. It's the leaves I was worried about on my big lip. I kept one of her little buds in here, and I think it's going to open. It was just a tight little one. So, okay, this is for air and moisture. They're not so tightly packed so that there's a problem with muck. But then some cork. Okay, that will help let air get up, and maybe just a teeny bit of this. Okay, now let's give these some moisture. Blast it so. Okay. So you can just screw it a bit round and round. You know, I think I have to take some out. Just a little. Maybe not as much lava rock. There. There, that's 5 pieces of lava rock out. And then a cork. Okay. And take these ones. So I'm removing some of those. And a little bit of bark. I don't want to put so much that they'll turn. When I say they're small, this is called medium. It's very frustrating, and I've heard from others of you that you're also having trouble. So, there now. Okay, so now I'm going to put a couple of these corks in holes so I know air is getting especially in near the center area. And there. It's just that when I put the bark in, air will still be circulating. There. Oh, I think I have enough left for the dendrobium. Boy, lucky. Well, that was $150 to do this many pots, but apparently it lasts for years, so there. Shake, shake. My brother's down in Tennessee. He's at the country music thing, and he's always loved country music, and of course the Canucks were playing down there too, so he has tickets for the hockey game today. And he said it's so crowded. They were at the Western singing place down there, and he said there's 3 floors and bands on every floor. Tootsies or something. I think that's what he said. Oh my goodness. You see, I don't like crowds. I don't think it would be my cup of tea. Oh, I like Van Morrison. I have one of his new albums, and there's old songs on it that he's singing, and I just really love it. Yeah. Okay. Now we have airspace. I'm pretty sure we are totally fine now. And there's just this dendrobium, and then I have to clean up for supper. So let me put and then I've done them all. And now, I always say when I was getting used to all the pots, until you get used to the watering schedule for how you were growing, always check your pot before you water. And yes, you're up bothering your plant a little, but it's better than having it sitting in soaking wet. So that's what I was doing, and I found out it was too wet. So this is my way of solving it. And you come across different ways to suit your home, your conditions, to solving these problems. Okay, now the dendrobium babies, ones that broke off of my big dendrobium. Yeah, because I stuck some in here. I'm going to dump this in my bucket. Very wet on the bottom. Then I'm going to wash it. Poor babies. Here they are. Yeah, I think they'll be happier too. I think I'll be happier after all this. Whoops, this is the twin. This one. There. I don't know, we're getting summer weather, but we needed this rain so bad, and it sounds like we've got a few more days of it coming. So for us, that's a good thing. Way too dry, the lake is way too low. Okay. See, this is a tall pot. But those little roots, they were going way down. Okay, now I want to make sure no fur goes in this. So, at the bottom, for kind of like, I'm going to call it a moisture well, I'm not purposely leaving any water in there for now, but come summer, if it's very, very dry, I may. And so I want this lava rock in the bottom. A few little pieces of bark may find its way down there, but I don't think it will sit and cake like a big bark mud pie like it was doing. And that was the problem. Okay. Wow, I've used all my lava rock. Excuse me. Oh no, there's a few in here. There's a few for emergency. Whoop. Okay. So there we go, and now we're running out of cork too. We're just getting it done. If things look really good, and you have to give your orchids time, so if things look really good, then I will order more cork. There. Now, I'm going to give them a little water too, because I never watered any of them. There. Now, they know I'm doing it. No, we're hoping for the best. A little TLC never hurts. Okay, now a little bark. Because these roots are a lot smaller. They could take a little more moisture than the cells. I've noticed that over time. Okay, you go there. One there and one there. Look at that, we're empty. Okay. Yes. Just making sure I don't have any fir cones. I got some lava rock here. Small ones. There. They broke off of my other orchid. And I thought, well, let's just try. And they took. So, you know, maybe I'll end up with a beautiful display in here of dendrobiums. Now, it's a little lower than I want it to be, but humidity sits in here and the roots are pretty close, so I think I'll just leave them. Like, I could shake them up a little bit and bring them higher, but I think I'll just put some bark around them and leave them. Yeah. There. Oh. These things do hold water. Okay, there. And I'll tell you what I'll do. You are going to be so surprised because I'm going to take you, see out there? I'm going to take you to see, but you never know what you're going to see. We were at a garage sale the other day. Might see what I got, and they're going to go in the gazebo. So let's go take a quick look. I have to wash my hands, then I have to make supper. So I feel like I've been rushing a little bit. Okay, let me get the camera. Okay. I think Jack's washing up, but I think we can miss him if we don't look that way. I think he's leaving. Yeah, he's leaving. Okay, let's go out here. Now, this is the kind of mess we have when we're working because those are all the big boxes the gazebo came in. And this is the roof because we're down to the roofs. And so we have all these boxes, but over here, these rattan chairs that are in mint condition. I got the 2 of them for $50, and they came with these beautiful cushions that I'm going to wash, but they're in really good shape. And so they go in when we get some sun to dry them on the line and vacuum them. And so they'll be in our gazebo. So this is a real mess. Okay, let's go quickly outside and I'll show you. Okay. Okay, tulips are coming up. Tulips coming. And the fern-leaf peonies are coming. But there's the gazebo. And you see that big top roof? That big rectangle thing on the top had 4 big roof things coming to each corner, and he's standing on top of that yellow thing holding everything, and I'm going up the big ladder trying to get the corners in. But anyway, we're going to be putting the roof on tomorrow, and and we had the cement poured, and I've got a video of that coming, and we got grass, we got turf, so yes. And this is all going to get finished. Should be very nice. So pretty soon you'll see the finished picture. And seeing I'm outside, oh, there's a lot more happening. Yeah, there's a pink tulip. And here, I'm sewing the top of this swing, and then I'm painting all the metal. I'm putting my sewing work out. So we won't look at the garden yet because I don't plant till the end of May. So, and this is the arbor that we got for the entrance to the garden. Oh dear. One quick look around the corner, you guys, because I got to get busy. So I did plant some early sprouts, so we'll be having radishes and sprouts soon, just in these big pots. And we got tulips and fern-leaf peonies coming. And there's my cushions I upholstered, but they will not absorb water. I put plastic on the top under the cushions, so it just rained. It just rained. So anyway, you guys, love you all, and sorry for the rush. Bye for now.